Hey everybody, this is your boy John Patrick Adams, and thank you for checking out Been There, Done That, wrote a book about it. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my mailing list or to my YouTube channel, stop right now, go and visit www.johnpatrickadams.com or click on that subscribe button right beneath this video. Now, if you have a question or a topic you want me to take a dive at, hear my truths, my thoughts, my beliefs, shoot me an email at johnpatrick@johnpatrickadams.com. Now, before I get started, if you're a dater and you're out there and you believe you are losing the dating game, I encourage you to pick up a copy of my book, How to Win the Dating Game. I believe it is a wonderful book that you need in your catalog, clearing up a myth. It is not a relationship book because I'm not a relationship expert. But if you are dating and you want to be equipped with the tools to become a more successful dater, I encourage you to get this book. You really need it. And while you're out there, check out the other 4 books that are out there. There are 3 portrait books and my first book, Naked. So visit johnpatrickadams.com and hey, pick up your copy and add all 5 books to your catalog. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Last night I was watching TV and I was watching this show that I love to watch. And I am always fascinated with the before and the after. And the show that I'm talking about is I was watching Atlanta Plastic, and it comes on Lifetime. Lifetime, send me my check. But it comes on Lifetime. It's a wonderful show. And I'm always intrigued by shows that show the before and the after. It could be a home improvement show, it could be a cooking show, or it could be a show just like this here where they are physically altering someone. I'm always intrigued by that. And on the show, you have all of these patients who come in and they have something physically that they dislike that they want to change. And the doctors come in and they do like this a wonderful and amazing job on these patients. And you know, the funny thing with these shows, you know, like this here, and one thing I know from experience is that you can change the outward. You can hit the gym, you can have surgery, you can do any of these types of things to change how you look on the outside. But if you do not change the inside, all of those changes are irrelevant, and more than likely you're going to go back to what you were on the outside. And of course you can change it and you can like what you see on the outside, but if you don't like what you see on the inside, again, all of that doesn't matter. And I know this from experience because before I was much bigger than what I am today, and I still struggle with weight. People don't believe this here, but if I don't hit the gym or I don't eat right, I would gain way back very easily. So for all of you that are out there watching this video, I understand the struggle, and I encourage you, if you are on a journey of losing weight and maintaining your weight wherever you are on that journey, I encourage you, and not even so much losing weight, but living a healthier life. I do encourage you to be strong and to continue on your journey wherever you are. And if you've fallen, pick yourself up, get back up, and get back on that journey. It's a day-to-day process. But I do know from experience that if you change the outward and you don't change the inward, you're going to go back to the outward. So I definitely want to talk about that. And this week, and I'm going to focus more on weight because that is something that a lot of people are dealing with today. In the weight, you have to make, when losing weight, you have to make a commitment. And actually, in anything in life, you have to make a commitment to it. You have to make a commitment to whatever it is that you are trying to change within your life. You have to make a commitment that you are dedicated and that you are going to do whatever it takes to accomplish that goal. And one thing I do know, and I posted this quote this week, and sometimes in life I've learned that you're going to have to do 3 things, and there's one thing you should never do. So first, when you commit to something, there are going to be times you have to push yourself. And what I mean by that is there's going to be a lot of times you want to give up. But you're going to have to push yourself to stay committed to this goal, and you're going to have to push yourself to the finish line. Push yourself to the finish line because, and I'm just going to take weight here. For instance, when we are trying to lose weight, it's hard. It is very, very hard because there are unhealthy foods always around us, but we have to push ourselves to stay committed to our goals, to be 100 to our goals, because if we don't, we will find ourselves eating the bad things that are around us. We will find ourselves giving up because there's going to be a lot of people. And one thing I definitely do not like when people say this here: you're on a goal to lose weight, and many of you may have heard this here. People tell you, oh, you better not lose too much weight because if you do, you're going to look sick. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm overweight right now, so why are you telling me not to lose weight? Or why are you even concerned with it or trying to plant discouragement in my head and in my mind? So a lot of you have heard that. So I tell you, if you've heard this, you're going to look sick. Don't worry about that. That is nothing but some foolishness, and you have to push yourself again, regardless to what your mind is telling you, what other people are telling you. You have to push yourself to the finish line. Second thing you have to do is you have to pick yourself up. There's going to be times even on your journey that you fall. Maybe you and I've learned that when dieting, it's a day-to-day thing. It's an everyday thing. Maybe one day you eat clean, you hit the gym, you do everything right, and then the next day you slack at the gym, you go to work, you don't, or dinner, you don't eat as well as you should. You eat bad, you cheat or something like that. And then you begin to feel bad about that. But I tell you, in those moments, you pick yourself up, wherever it is. If it's at lunch, you say, I'm not going to eat bad for the rest of the day. You pick yourself up where you are and continue back on your journey right at that very moment. Do not just say, oh, I've fallen, I messed up, it ain't going to do no good, I'm just going to give up. No, you pick yourself up and you get right back to it. Third thing is you have to pull yourself through, because within our mind, it's like a tug of war. It's a tug of war. You're going constantly battling with the things we like, the things that we're comfortable with, and then what is right. So, like I said, there's always going to be bad food around us. There's always going to be those temptations, and there's always going to be those things that we are familiar with and we are comfortable with that is going to challenge us and be pulling us back into our old ways. But you have to pull yourself through those moments. You have to pull yourself and just realize, hey, I'm just going, this is just a temptation. This is just a rough spot in my life. I'm just going to pull myself through it and just continue. Even though you don't see the brighter side at that very moment, you have to pull yourself through it and just say, I'm just going to continue again on this journey for the finish line. And the last thing that I definitely want to talk about, and this is something that we all do, especially when we're losing weight. We get on the scale, and the scale hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. It's still the same. And then we look in the mirror, and we do not see the changes that we want to see. Because we are human, and a lot of times negativity seeps in. It sneaks in. And when it sneaks in, we'll tell ourselves, you still fat, or some people have even called themselves disgusting and all of that other kind of stuff. And when you're on your journey, you should never, ever put yourself down. And I don't care if it's weight, or if it's your job, or if it's your financial status, or whatever it may be in life. You never put yourself down, because the truth is there are thousands of people standing in line to do that. That's the world's job, to talk about you, to put you down. But your job is to pick yourself up and to be your number one cheerleader and to be your number one support system, because your family's not always going to be there. Your friends are not always going to be there. And not saying that you can't depend on them, but you have to learn to depend on yourself. So the things that again, the three things is you have to push yourself because there's going to be times that you want to give up. You have to pick yourself up because there's going to be times that you want to fall. You have to pull yourself, times you do fall, and then you have to pull yourself through because there's going to be times that you are tempted to go back to where you were. But in no situation do you ever put yourself down. And that's regardless to whether it's weight or anything that you have made a commitment to be better in life. And I thank you for checking out this video. I hope that it has inspired someone, to be better and to do better, because life is what you make it. I've learned that through my own personal experience. If you want a better life, make a better life for yourself. Do not depend on the world. Do not depend on your family, your spouses, girlfriend, boyfriend. Do not depend on anybody. You make your life better because you possess the power to make it better. Thank you for checking out this video, and hey, I look forward to seeing you again next week. Peace.